What's happening, guys? Okay, today we're going to be spending a little bit of time looking at what it actually takes to create an online business as a health and fitness professional. We're going to be reviewing a couple of different structures that some of my favorite coaches advise you implement when you are looking to launch your online department. So this is an interesting one and something that most trainers don't think about, because you're working as a sole individual, you're self-employed, but in reality, you've got different departments within your business. You've got an accounting department, you've got a customer service department, you've got an actual operations department. You're just doing all of this stuff. So when it comes to taking something that you're already super successful at, one-on-one or face-to-face with people, and then taking it online so that you can scale your business and move through your current glass ceiling of your what you can earn, most people don't realize that it's actually a lot easier than you think. It just takes you restructuring the delivery mechanism for your product. Obviously, you're probably not going to be able to charge as much per hour, but what you can do is begin to record your product and deliver it in a much more efficient way. The mistake that most people make is you attempt to just do your in-person stuff in an online way by jumping on a Zoom meeting and delivering your product in the same way as you would normally do it in person. Now that's not possible anymore, because instead of having one person per hour, you need to be looking to have 10, 15, 100 people per hour, all booked into the same time slot, and a recording of you, or even you teaching people in a group environment online so that you can scale your business. So today we're going to be spending a little bit of time reviewing what Google says is one of the most successful online coaches in the world. So I've done a little bit of a Google search here. I've jumped on and searched most successful online fitness coach, and I've come up with a couple of options, or Google's come up with a couple of options here. We've got one of my fellow Australians, a lady called Kayla, who's quite famous for a application she built called the Sweat app. I decided not to go into that one to review her business today, because she's got a technology aspect to it, and we're not going to be looking at that just yet. I decided instead to look at Joe Wicks, who's this guy called the Body Coach. As it says here, he's famous for his Lean in 15, catchy little name, Lean in 15 program, where he, it says here, leverages social media and his highly accessible HIIT workouts to build a massive online digital footprint. And he's worth like $20 million. He's probably worth a lot more than that, but this is just what Google's saying. I remember hearing about him during the 2020 situation, when we as coaches started to really look into the online space. But I remember him, this is the guy, he came online on the morning news or something in the UK and started to teach people small workouts that they could do at home when they were, weren't able to get to the gym. So he became super famous because of that, and was just consistent. And now look at him, he's worth $20 million. So what I thought we'd have a quick look at how he does the initial part of his online business, so that anybody here that's looking to launch an online business can at least get some ideas about how you can begin this. So if any of you don't know who I am, I'm just launching this channel, but I have other online stuff that I've been working on, mostly in the striking space. My background is in teaching martial arts, and my expertise is teaching Thai boxing and grappling and these types of things. So pretty well required when it comes to teach what I teach to be face-to-face with people. So it was pretty difficult for me to begin to think about how I was going to sell an online product when I kind of need to be in front of somebody holding pads or observing situations that are occurring pretty rapidly in order to give feedback that's going to help people improve. So it was a matter of me attempting to work out within my space what was going to be something that I was able to deliver to people that would be valuable enough for them to exchange money with me for that, so that I could put a price tag on a specific product. Now, I think this is the thing that where people have the most trouble. It's identifying the specific product that you're going to be able to sell. Now, it's pretty sad actually, because people that are unable to access the online environment usually are super successful in person. Like, I'm based out in Dubai here, and Dubai, I believe, has got probably the most immediate access to individuals with a high threshold for disposable income and spending on health and fitness. That's been my experience anyway. I've spent the last 15 years here working with people that are, the types of people that you can assume living and based out here, that are hiring personal trainers that are probably some of the most expensive in the world to hire on an hourly basis. So when it comes to these individuals that are unable to move into the online space, they're the types of individuals, in some cases, I've seen them, trainers that are driving Lamborghinis and these types of things, that are earning a massive amount of money on a monthly basis, but are still unable to go online. Now, this is a bit of a paradigm shift for people, because in reality, if you're able to build a product and launch it in the online space, there's no amount of in-person that you're going to be able to do that is going to surpass what you can make in an online space if you can create an online product. Let's take our coach, for example, here. I find it pretty hard to imagine, even in a place like Dubai, that you'll be able to get a coach working one-on-one with people that's going to be able to generate a net worth of over $20 million. That's why I chose Jo instead of Kayla to talk about this, because she's using and leveraging technology in the form of applications. So she's really gone through the next level. But Jo, he's uploading some pretty easy, simple content that you can view in his YouTube channel here. He's got 2 million subscribers already. I mean, I don't know how long his channel's been live for, but he's got 2 million subscribers, and he's nearly 2.9 million subscribers. And what he's doing is pumping out these little challenges in a really interesting way. This is a 7-day sweat challenge that he started like 2 days ago. He's not getting massive amounts of views. Like, you can see that's about 6,000 views in the last 2 days, so roughly 3,000 views per day. For a channel with nearly 3 million subscribers, that's a very small amount. So it's not viral content that he's looking to that he's making money from. What he is doing, though, is he's able to attract the followers, the people that have become subscribers of his, into a process where he essentially turns them into paying customers for products that he's built online. Now, this is the hurdle in the roadmap that people find, that people face when they start to think about how they're going to go online. Is, what am I going to sell? How am I going to deliver it? And how am I going to scale this? And the mistake, as I said earlier, people end up delivering a service that is very similar to their online. But that's not how it is. You have to change the way that the service that you provide, your product, so that people can consume it en masse, and then you can scale, which is exactly what Jo Wicks has done here. So what we're going to do today is we're going to review a little bit of architecture here, which is called the content map. But it's the thing that this provides is it gets people to spend time on your brand. Now, this is specifically coming from this gentleman here, Mr. Taki Moore, who is, in my opinion, providing some of the best value online right now. He's a coach for coaches. He's one of these people that have been in the space for 15 years or so, I think he mentions in some of these videos. If you haven't seen him before, go and check him out. mind-blowing stuff about how you can begin to build a online presence that essentially converts your to your viewers into your community. Then they can become customers. And this is not to attribute to him, this part here, but it's essentially running people through this process. I believe this process comes from another coach called Tom Young's, something like this. Anyway, I can't remember the exact terminology, but essentially what they're doing is they're attracting people through their online space, through their online digital footprint, which is in the form of these rented attention-grabbing platforms like Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, and whatever else that you're on. So you attract people there, and you pull them into your environment, to your world. Now, that might mean that you become a follower of theirs or a subscriber of theirs. You might start to see their content pop up on your feed, but the way that social media functions in these days compared to the difference compared to in the past is that social media actually drives your content to not to your subscribers as we thought, as we remember. It actually drives your content to the individuals that are most likely to consume your content. That's why somebody with no followers can make a post and get 100 impressions, 100 views on that, because the software, the tool, the application, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, is searching for the right people to put your content in front of so that their eyes remain on the screen. So it's really a superpower right now, but it is a rented place. The online world is literally a rented space, and at any moment you can be kicked off their platform for whatever. And currently all these people that are making AI content and posting it on channels, and they're putting a lot of time and effort into it. And it's not easy to make a scene or even a small clip on using these tools. You have to be an expert at it. And currently the YouTube algorithm is flagging it as like something, and it's demonetizing their channels. And if people are out there looking for views, what you end up facing is demonetization, which is literally cutting your throat as a content creator, somebody that's making money from the online space. But if you follow someone like Taki here and you understand what he's looking to do with his channel, is literally, and this video here is a must watch if you're interested in this. He talks about how you pull people into your space, educate them, give them everything, and he says something along the lines of, give everything away for free, and as you're teaching people, it builds your authority for them to actually begin to pay you, because everybody wants a quick fix. They're not looking to study these coaches and take all their details or all of the information about how you implement things and actually implement them. They're looking for a little booster, and you can get a booster by joining their communities, which is in his case, I think over $30,000. That's only if you're six figures, mate, and if you're at 6 figures per month and you'd like to go to 7 figures. I don't know if it's per month, per year, but he definitely has a lot of people that are making millions and millions of dollars per month. So he's the coach's coach. So what we're trying to be careful for when it comes to our attracting side of our business is we want to make sure that we funnel people, our followers, our subscribers, from these platforms into our sovereign audience. Okay, so sovereign meaning something that we own. And an example of this is an email list, right? So if you're telling people to actually, join your email list, or, you're giving them a call to action, that's actually going to drive these people into a place where you can contact them at any time, even if you're banned from YouTube or banned from Instagram. If you don't have that, you are at the mercy of the Silicon Valley giants, tech giants. But if you have these people in a software like Kit or MailChimp or anything like this, you own this audience. So this is the goal. This is the main goal. So first of all, what we're going to do here is we're going to pay attention. We're going to review quickly what I've done first, and then we're going to run through what Joe Wicks has done online. So you can see that somebody that's making nearly nothing online compared to him, you can see how similar the infrastructure is for this online business. It's literally the same thing. The only difference between somebody like myself and Joe, and also like yourself, if you have never if you've never launched your online business yet, the difference between us and somebody like him is that he's built this machine, and the input, his creation of content, is specifically designed to turn people from an audience that has no idea who he is, or people that do have an idea who he is that are interested in what he's selling. He turns those people from that side through his content creation into a sovereign-owned audience. So he essentially takes them into an online environment, an online experience like this. And from there, he goes through a process where he indoctrinates them and essentially turns them into his loyal community members. So this is where he provides value that is totally automated. He's not writing this stuff every single day and sending it out. Totally automated. And at some point through the month, he'll launch he'll let them know about a product that he's launched. And this might be something that he launched last year, but it's as a new person joins his experience, maybe every 7 emails they'll receive an information about a product that he's created once, and this product now is running on autopilot, and that's the way he's able to generate the revenue that he's generating in such an automated and predictable manner. And that's where he goes through the convert process. After the convert process, then he uses the data from the customers, who in all cases are pretty happy, I would say, to create testimonials and customer experience stories to build his authority in his space and make it even easier for the people that are sitting on the fence to become customers of his. So, and we can simply see this by jumping onto his website here. Beautiful design. Image is a little bit low quality, I would say, but it's there. And as you scroll down, what do you see? You see a beautiful list of his products, all that says all for free. So it's super easy for people to make a decision to click this button. Free, why not click it? Then it comes down here, really nice website. It comes down here to his testimonials. These are phenomenal. Look at this gentleman here. Like there's a big transformation. If you're somebody that's not really in a place where you're super happy about your health and fitness, and you come to this here and you see how well this person here has done in his fitness journey with Joe Wicks, it's super easy for you to go, yeah, okay, I'll try this. It's right here at the top of the page. It says click here to try it for free. So there's literally no reason why you wouldn't click on this. He's got the authority. He's got the brand power. He's got 2.5 million to nearly 3 million subscribers on YouTube. He's got on his Instagram here, you can see he's got nearly 5 million followers. So he's got all the things going for him. And I say this to point out that it's not just the people that have got huge following bases that are doing well. I talk to trainers all the time that have got massive following bases, hundreds of thousands of followers, and they're literally making nothing online. And it's always so confusing and baffling to me, because you're sitting on a gold mine. There's literally a gold mine right underneath your front foot, and you're not taking the step into it. So let's now begin. Let's review what he's got here. All right. So I've got this set up on my on my device. We're going to quickly look at his front end. Okay. So we can see here from his Instagram that he's got obviously an application as well. You can go over there and see that application. But what I'm more curious about, because this is something that every single trainer that's curious about going online can implement immediately. It's not easy to build an application. It's not easy for everybody to think about the user experience for developing an application. How it's really, really difficult. I've been doing it for a long time now as well. So I know that it's a very hard thing to do, and a lot of the people that I work with can barely even open their email address to get an OTP for their own Instagram, which they've got 200,000 followers on. So it's not easy to do this stuff. So don't feel like you're the only person if it's overwhelming. Step one of this, okay, is to use your social media presence to attract. And to attract people to do what? It's attract people to do, and I'm sure this is going to be really easy to find. If we go down here, look, I clicked on this one here. This was one. So the first one I clicked on here, it looks like it's just an image, which basically is providing value. Here he is just providing value. If you go down a little bit further now, he's got a carousel with quite interesting looking meals put together, talking about prepping meals. And then, as you can see here, comment the word cook, and I'll send you my brand new batch cooking recipes ebook, 100% free. Okay, so let's do this. Let's click on this and go cook. Here we go. So you can see here, the body coach has sent me a message now. If I go into it, you can see that this automated message is sent me, beginning of an automated experience. So I'm going to press accept, yeah. So now let's go to general. And hey, winner, cool, positive. It's just very, let's say, unique to him. It's probably in his terminology, something you can all set up is super simple yourself. Do you want my free ebook? So it's asking me if I'd like to have this. And then it says, click the button to get it for free. Yes, send it to me. All right, so let's do this. Free recipe book. Okay, so we've been pulled out of, we've been redirected from the Instagram inbox, my Instagram inbox, over to his website. So let's go down here. You can see the information about the what I was interested in. Get the free recipe ebook today. Let's drop this in. Okay, so autofill. That's my name, my email address. Let's enter some information here. No issues. Let's get cooking. Perfect. All right, thanks for signing up. Check your inbox soon. What's just happened now is I've been pulled from the rented real estate, the rented digital real estate, into his sovereign environment. So what we can expect now is that he's going to begin sending a indoctrination sequence over to me that hopefully will end up turning me into a loyal member of his community. So this is how it works. Now, the big issue that I see amongst the trainers online is that everybody's got this idea about what social media content creation is, and most people are trying to make themselves look good. It's not for that anymore. That might have been like for that in the past, because you want to get followers, and followers are the people that actually get turned into buyers, converted, because the indoctrination is that if every time you upload content, they see it. It's not like that anymore. It's not like that at all. You might be posting for a month and none of your subscribers see it, because the algorithm is not sending it to them. It doesn't think that they're going to be consumers of that content. These systems only care about keeping your eyes on the screen. And if the people that you've subscribed to don't seem like the content that they're creating is going to addict you to the screen, the system doesn't put their content in front of you. The system literally puts the content in front of you that is going to stop you from turning the application off. So the problem that most people make is that they're really good at the attraction, but they're terrible at the capturing. They're not taking any of the people from their rented real estate into their sovereign audience. That's not happening at all. So if you're not doing that, okay, you're not able to then take people down the journey of becoming your customers online. So what we're going to be doing over the next few videos is covering this content map here, okay, which is what short form does, where short form is now in the For You page on TikTok, in the shorts on YouTube, and obviously in the on your feed when you open up Instagram. Interesting term, right? Feed. It's feeding you again the content that you think that it thinks is going to stop you from scrolling and stare at the screen. So once you can capitalize on what the machine is forcing everybody to do by creating content that is stopping people and making them watch your content, then the system will start to feed these followers more of you. And when that happens, you increase this brand width, which is something that Taki Moore thinks is the most important thing. And I believe he's right. Because what he says is binges are buyers. Okay, and binges, people that discover him on YouTube, and you can probably see from what I've been consuming with him that most of his stuff I've watched. Definitely the recent stuff. I'm going back through his old stuff. You can see I've been watching everything. And most of his stuff I've actually downloaded on my phone so that I can watch it in an offline environment as well, because he's just dropping so much gold on his channel. So as you take these binges of your content into becoming buyers of your product, and as long as your product is a scalable one, you will be able to increase your monthly revenue. Now that's the other topic, is making sure that your product is scalable, is consumable, and deliverable in an automated way. So this is how you take what you're doing face to face as a trainer and bolt on your e-commerce side of your business. So we'll be going over this. There's a bunch of tutorials on my channel already about how you can set up that ManyChat thing. There's also a bunch of tutorials going live as well about Kit and how you can take your those people from this rented digital real estate into your audience. So jump on there, watch those tutorials. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment sections below below any videos. Super happy to jump on calls with anybody that's having trouble and help you to launch your business. We've also got a school community that we're going to be doing live calls in. I'll let you all know about that pretty soon. And those calls are specifically to handhold people that are having trouble with all of the things that people have trouble with, like creating a professional email, making your first website or landing page. How do you connect Stripe to that landing page to receive payments? How do you set up your email sequences through Kit? All the questions that are super simple for people that have been doing it for a while, but when you're first experiencing the digital space, these are the things that stop you from being able to easily launch something which you could probably make a lot of money out of. So don't let that be the thing that stops you. Drop a comment in the section below. If you drop a comment in the comment section below if you need any help with anything. Super happy to jump online and handhold anybody that needs some support. So thanks very much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one.